Hi guys, welcome back to Investor Prime. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and of course follow me on Insta at Investor Prime. Alright, let's get into today's video. Hi guys, today I'll be discussing with you NIO. Alright, so NIO has been making a lot of noise on the stock market, basically because of the way the stock price has been rising. A lot of investors are getting behind the stock, buying it up, and the stock price is just rising like mad. But before we do that, before we get into the charts, a little bit of background with NIO. All right, so NIO is an electric car manufacturer founded by William Lee. So it was founded in 2014 and they had their first IPO in 2018. All right, and since then, pretty much since last year, 2019, the price has just been rising. All right, so as you can see, the website, they've got different types of cars, etc. SUVs, electric cars. But one of the things that makes NIO stand out is a lot of people that are comparing it to Tesla. It's really proven itself to be a good manufacturer, and a good stock. In the last quarterly earnings, they actually beat their earnings announcement prediction, which has given a lot of investors confidence that the stock price is going to rise in the future. So if you're a long-term investor, it's definitely a good stock. All right, so here's the chart of NIO. So as you can see, the price has just been climbing dramatically, from May of this year. It went up from $3 and is currently at the last close was $44. So that's a huge climb in a short space of time. So as a company, they're definitely doing something right, you know. So in the last earnings on the 11th of August, last earnings from the 11th of August, as you can see, the price has just been climbing and climbing. Basically, if a company beats their earnings predictions, they grab a lot of investors' attention. They're handling business well, they're employing the right people, and they've got a vision for this company in the long run, which ultimately raises the stock price. And especially how they had the initial IPO in 2018. Basically, in 2 years, they've done a lot with the company, and the share price reflects this. All right, and the next quarterly earnings announcement is actually in the 17th of November, this month. So a lot of investors are waiting to see what's going to happen with that earnings announcement. If that earnings announcement is positive, i.e., it beats the predicted earnings, then I really don't see why the stock price won't exceed $100 mid next year in the next 6 months. So basically, from when the share price started rising, i.e., about $6, a bull flag formed. All right. And once this was broken, all right, the price just continued to rise. All right, the bulls took over, broke the resistance at $16. And from that point on, from the 3rd of August, the price kept going up and didn't really look back. It kept forming bull flags after bull flag, you know, which is a very good indication of a strong bullish move. When a bull flag is formed and then if it breaks, like if the bull flag is broken, i.e., the resistance trend line of the bull flag is broken, then the price is seen to just rise, and it'll just keep going and keep going because there's a lot of momentum behind this, you know. So that was the first bull flag that formed. The next one was effectively shortly after, like in the same month, the 21st of August, a small bull flag formed. All right. The small bull flag formed. The resistance of the bull flag was broken on the 29th of September, you know, and then it just kept going up, and another bull flag was formed, so that's three bull flags in the space of 3 months, So it just shows that the price just kept climbing and climbing, and yet another bull flag, a fourth one more recently. So that's four bull flags formed, all right? And the price has just been rising. It recently broke that bull flag on the 29th of October. This is one of the reasons why this stock has been making a lot of noise on the stock market. A lot of investors are getting behind it, even banks, you know, they're doing upgrades, etc. So their stance on NIO stock is they're buyers, they're bullish, you know. All right, so basically that's what's happened with NIO up until this date. All right, so looking forward with NIO, all right, because it's got an earnings announcement coming up. You know, even though the last earnings announcement was very good and saw the price rise a lot, there's a chance that this earnings announcement might be bad and then the price may fall. Okay, I'm going to analyze what my take on it in the future is, because I actually own options contracts with a strike price of $22. With the cost of my option, I've made that back. So I've broken even and now I'm purely on profit with the option. But of course, I need to decide whether or not I'm going to exercise this option or leave it a bit longer, because the way options work is there's a time decay. So every day that passes, my option actually is worth less because of the way options work. So I need to decide what I'm going to do in the future with that. You know, whether I'm going to exercise. If I'm going to exercise, then it means I have a lot of confidence that the NIO price will just keep rising. So whenever I'm doing my future analysis, if there's a move like this, I'm going to wait to see if there's a retracement back to some level, all right, to a support or resistance level, all right. So my last actual horizontal support level is at $29, okay, but I don't want to wait until it reaches this level. I want to be able to know what's going on before it reaches this level, all right. So what I'm going to use is a Fibonacci retracement tool. A little background about Fibonacci retracement tool. The Fibonacci retracement tool has a number of levels that are seen as key support or resistance levels. So it highlights the key support or resistance lines. All right. If you don't have any other support or resistance, assuming there was a breakout strategy, okay, and then the price just kept moving and moving and moving, all right, and then you saw some rejection and by the bears to bring the price down, okay, you don't have any support or resistances nearby for you to use, okay, or key levels. So the Fibonacci retracement tool is very good at identifying possible support or resistances, and how it does this is got a number of mathematical values, all right. So it's got 23, 38, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, etc. These are all percentages, all right. So the key values to watch out for are the 38%, the 50%, 61%. All right. So the meaning behind this is that it's believed that the price is going to retrace to one of these values, either the 38, the 50%, or the 61%. All right. So you can set these as your support. Okay, so what I'm going to be looking for are these levels, the 38%, the 50%, and the 61%. All right, so I want to see what the price does at this level. So assuming the price comes down to the 38, all right, and hangs around this area, the 38, and then bounces back up. The minute I see a bullish move or a bullish close or a sign of bullish activity around this level, then I'm confident that the price is going to continue to rise. So I can either add on my positions, i.e. buy more options contracts at 38, because that way I'm getting it at a lower price, all right? And then when the bulls kick in and the price rises, I'll be making money. Assuming the price comes down to the 50%, the same will happen. So basically I'll be looking for bullish activity around these levels. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I've drawn my Fibonacci, so I'll be looking for these levels. So for me, my key levels will be roughly $38, okay? Roughly $35 and roughly $33. Those will be my key supports. So this will be support. Let me just get text. So this will be support 1, okay? This will be support 2. All right, and this will be support 3. All right, so then I can remove the Fibonacci retracement tool, so at least I have an idea of what I'm going to do. I just pull up this chart and it's got my levels there already that I've pre-planned. So assuming the price continue to rise, all right, without falling back, then all I'll do is the minute I see bearish indication of the market, so i.e. a bear close of a session, I'll use that as the new high. Okay, so I'll remove all these values, my S1, S2, S3. I'll plot my Fibonacci retracement tool. Okay, so assuming the price rose to the top of this trend line. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just adjust my Fib retracement tool, okay, to up to the peak. So that means my 38%, 50%, and 61% are different values, you know. So I'm dynamic with the market. I'm not telling the market what it's to do. I'm doing what the market is telling me to do. I'll be watching out for the earnings announcement of NIO, all right, to see what happens. Basically, to see what the announcement is going to be, if it's going to be positive or negative, i.e., is it going to beat the predicted earnings announcement, or is it not going to beat it? You know, and then from there, I'll adjust my position. All right. But I believe with the way things are going, I believe it's going to beat it, because the price doesn't rise like this without somebody knowing something. You understand? So the fact that the price is rising so rapidly and with a lot of conviction, it means that there's a lot of confidence that NIO is actually going to beat the earnings announcement. Alright guys, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content like this, as I'll definitely be following NIO because I'm invested in NIO. So I'll be producing a lot of content around NIO. So all the people who have recently subscribed, a big thank you and welcome to the family. And I hope you continue to find my content valuable, all right, and it helps you with your trading journey, or your trading understanding, or your understanding of the markets. All right, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video.